Kia ora, welcome to my channel. To all you ladies that are watching this after the live screening, just come on. I've been to my cousin's and come home with bags and bags of this trim. And I just want to bring up the video so I can see the chat. Right, there we go. Yes, so I was just coming on to see if any ladies would be interested. Hi, Patricia. I've just come home from my cousin's and I have got all this trim. Now, my colour is not showing up as brightly as it should, and I don't know how to change it. This is like a very, I don't know what the colour would be, but it's a lovely, lovely deep green. And this is a deep red. This is a purple with see-through with a lace on the top of it. And I came home with bags of this, and I was just wondering if I made them up into grab bags, whether anybody would be interested in buying them. And but I'm not quite sure how I would pack them. I was wondering if I could put them into bags and then into suction bags and flatten them, but I don't know how that would work because I've got so much of it. This is a bag full, or half a bag full, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4 more of these bags full of this. So now I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with that. There is lots of it. Right, now I'll just stuff this back in the bag. You would love some. Yes, I have to work out, how to get it to people, whether I would sell it or, and the postage and things like that. And while I was there, I also came home with this box of goodies. This is one of these great big paper crimpers. All right, let me see if I can find a bit of paper to crimp. Just have a little look at it and see if it works and how it works. I assume you put it in there. No, put it in here maybe. I should have worked this out before I came on, shouldn't have I? No, it doesn't go like that either. Maybe I put it up through there. Oh no, down through there. Yeah, maybe that's it. No, must have to be thicker than that because it's definitely not crimping that. Oh, silly me, you're supposed to hold on to it. Hi, Dorinda. I'm just working out how to work this crimper that my cousin gave me. So I assume you push it in like that, grab the handle tightly, and twist. And it comes out like that. Cool. Yes, look, I came home with so much stuff. It's not a big crimp, but it's just enough to give it some interest. Yes, so that's quite a big, oh, here I'm going the wrong way again. A big, so it's longer than my hand, so it's quite a big thing. So I came home with that. These here are, I need some scissors to get into it. Here are, what are they? These are glitter, I think, or no, little wee sequiny type of glitter. Let's see what they're like. Yeah, they're little wee stars. I need some white paper to put them on. Just grab behind me a bit of white paper. Yeah, so that's, oops, going the wrong way again. So that's what they are. They're really nice. So I'll just slip those back in there and find the lid. What did I do with the lid? God, I'm terrible. Completely lost the lid, so we'll just put that one up there. Oh, there it is, right in front of me. If it was a dog, it would have jumped up and bit me. Right, so there's, in this, there is gold, light pink, deeper pink, red, green, blue, orange, a coral, a white, and two purples by the look of it. Yep, and a yellow. So I got those. Hey, Lucia, welcome to my channel. I'm just showing some goodies I got from my cousin. She was having a clean out and got this great big bag of roses. I think they are little flowers, and they're made out of a little metal by the look of it. I'm going to slip them onto there and turn them over, and that's what they look like. They are so pretty. Yes, so I've got a big box of those, a big bag of those, and I have already taken out a great big handful and given to my sister. So that was in the box. And these are little clisps that'll come in very handy for putting things on, for tassels on journals. It's if I can open it. All right, just get this open so I can. Very sore, and I forget what these are called, but they're those little wee jewelry clips. So the whole bag of those. A little bag, but there's an awful lot in there. Yes, and there's silver, gold, and black and purple. Yes, so those are cool. Now, what else is in here? This here is a thing of fine glitters, and we have 2 purple, 2 blue, 2 green, 2 red, 2 gold, and 2 silver. And it looks like she paid $4 for those. So it's glitter. And these ones here are the bigger glitter. The other one's fine glitter, and this is the more coarse glitter, but it's still not the very coarse glitter. So there's purple, orange, a lighter mauve, yellow. Oh, sorry. and mauve. I seem to not be. Tip my camera down a little bit. That's better. Pink, gold, green. This one looks like it's a little bit. Oh, I think she's put glue in this one to try and make a glue out of it. Well, that'll be interesting. I don't know how good it'll be, but we'll give it a try. Silver, deeper blue. That's pretty. Red and green. So I have no idea where I'm going to put all this stuff. I just tidied my room. So I guess I will really have to be doing some sorting out. And these are glitter glues. Blue, gold, pink, silver, white and red. So those are glitter glues. And 2 tubes of glitter glue, gold and silver. A yellow ochre paint. These are oil colours. I don't know if I'll ever use oil colours, but they're there. And this is a set of watercolours. Hi, Beth. I'm just showing some goodies that I received off my cousin when I went to visit. She had a clean out. She gives them to me. And what I don't want, I can pass on. And these are markers. Yeah, those are board markers, and these are all glitter glues. So that's in that box. So I'll just pop all these back in because I don't have any room. I just have no idea where I'm going to put it all. But these here are just lovely. They're just so cool. It is always nice to share. They're little roses. That there is not orange. It looks orange on my screen. It's actually red. So there's all of that. So I'll just move that out of the road. Oops. Just move it up here into the space that I just cleaned up. Right. So I'll just pop some of these out again to show you ladies that weren't here when I showed them. These are all trim. She makes rosettes. Yeah, so I'm just trying to think of a way to bag them and flat pack them so that I can send them overseas, and it only cost, I think, an envelope of, I think the envelopes are a slightly bigger, maybe that size, slightly bigger, which is maybe a 8 by 5. To post one of these overseas that fits through this, which is 10 millimeters, will cost $4, and that's the standard, the cheapest rate that I can get. Anything that doesn't fit through that slot jumps up to like $15, and I think you can have 200 grams of weight for that. Hi, Rosa. And then anything over 200 to 500 grams goes up into the $20. So it's quite expensive. So I'm going to have to work out a way, because as I say, I have got 5 bags of this. And behind me, I have another box. And this box is full of gorgeous trims. That there is so pretty. This one here is the red leaf. This one here is a, I'd have to open that so I can see what it is. This one hasn't even been opened. I think she went buying and found some things weren't suitable for making her rosettes. Right, I'll just have to unhook that there. Got a bit of tape there. Just cut. Oh, that is pretty. Oops. Get it off the screen and just move my mouse out of the road so I don't end screen. I'll just put this on here. That is just so pretty. Hi, Janet. I've just come home from my cousin's, Janet, with a car full of trims, and yeah, so that is gorgeous. I really like that. And that is yellow. My screen is not looking great. This one here is little white stars. Yes, this is tape. It's material. This one here feels a bit plasticky. Material on the front, and it's got a shimmer to it. And then it feels a little bit plasticky on the back. That's made in Taiwan. It's a ribbon. It's got ribbon written on it. So there's that one. And I just tidied up my messy craft room because I didn't have enough space and I had junk everywhere. Now you can barely see the floor. It's another one of those yellow ones that I showed before. So that's 2 of those. Oh, that's pretty. And this is the red leaf in a turquoise or aqua. That is gorgeous. That is just so lovely. They would look nice on journals. Oh, and this one is a beautiful. It's a brown, but it's got sort of like the hint of maybe a purple in it. It is so pretty. That is just lovely. Right. And we have a white one in the same. That is the white leaf. I won't open it. And that the green on my screen doesn't look like the green this is. This is a definite leaf green. And it's so pretty. So there's that one. And this is just like a cord with a bit of foil tied to it and a ribbon, like a ribbon. Gee, that's very pretty. It's called Tinsel Butterfly Gold. Is what that is called. We'll just put some paper under it so you can see it. It's called Tinsel Butterfly Gold. Yes, that is very delicate, very pretty. And this one. I don't know if that's the same. I might have to open it. I can't. Yes, that's the same in Tinsel Butterfly Gold. Tinsel Butterfly in silver. And this one is the Tinsel Butterfly in bronze. Oh, that is pretty. That is so pretty, that one. Hi, Emily. Wow, these are just fabulous. And one more, and this is the tinsel in red. Yeah, that's the Tinsel Butterfly in red. So those are just so lovely. Yes, I see lots of Christmas crafts in here. And also in here is some lovely, beautiful lavender or mauve lace. So that's lovely. And that is it. Oh no, found some big size jump rings in here as well. Cool. So that's that box. I also came home with a Brother Scan and Cut. She doesn't use it anymore, so she hasn't given it to me, but she's loaned it to me long term to use as long as I want to use it. So I'll be having a try at that. Right, so I'll move that out of the road. For you ladies that have just come in, I will show what I started with. I have got 5 bags of this pleated trim in all colours. That she makes her rosettes out of. They're just little ends, some of them are little ends, some of them are longer than others. So I'm going to have to work out how to be able to send those. And in this box down here, I've got long leaves of it. My cousin makes rosettes. She makes them for dog shows. She shows dogs. And she used to have a stall at the shows where she made, where she sold dog products. But she sold that business and she started just making rosettes just for fun. And then they started wanting her to make them for shows. And so she had a clean out of all the stuff that she bought when she first started that she doesn't use anymore. And so she's given it to me. And I'll never use all this in my lifetime. I've got 5 bags in a box of all different pieces. The box is full of long bits like this, which would be really nice for making journals because you got a lot of the one colour. There's this colour. There's this colour. That's a little short one, a little red one. They're just so lovely. Goldy yellow. Oops, so sorry. This one here is a tealy blue with a little white or cream and a darker blue and a brown stripe in it. Yes, it is. I'm going to have to share some of this. But as I say, I'd have to work out the postage because sending overseas can be quite expensive. So there's one more colour in here, and this is a pinky. Oops, now I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Yes. Oh, I'm going to have to share it with other people because I can never store or list for myself. There's just so much of it. Now I'm just going to throw that on the floor because in the bottom of the box there is some more stuff that I'll just pop up here for you to have a look at. And this is how most of it comes in little short bits like this. These, some are a little bit longer. There are bits of ribbon that are just haven't been curled up. This is a little bit of lace that has been pleated. So it's all pleated. Well, most of it is pleated. I get little bits of this for putting on tags and things in among it. This one here has got a little pattern on it. Yes, that's what I think, Janet. I think they'll just be absolutely fabulous on journal pages. And they come in all widths. This is a little cream one. My paper here again. I banged the light is what I did. Yeah. So that's what that looks like. I think that needs to be shown on the black actually. So yeah. So that is it. You would not believe, you cannot see my floor. It is just absolutely covered. So I just pop that all out of the road and have my Buxom Betty here, who's not very buxom really. She's quite small. Thinking about making another one, not having it in a school book, but making a journal, junk journal for it. So it's getting full. Right, so I thought I might just come on and do some gluing as well. I don't. I'm just a bit of grab and glue, I think. Just take something off the top and glue it down. Right, this is out of a craft journal, a craft magazine. So I'm just going to do some gluing and see how we go. It's a bottle there, I'll put that aside. I might have a go at making some of those bottle people. So it was one of those very foggy, horrible days this morning. But the sun has come out now, but it's still quite cold. One of those cold days. This says, Trust the timing of your life. Oh, excuse me, I've got the hiccups. I'll put some heavier glue on this because I think this must have come off the cover. Oops, of a craft magazine. So now I have got a scan and cut that I have to learn how to use. I don't know what's in here. I just grabbed a box of cutouts, and they're not sorted. I don't sort much. I'm terrible like that. Right. Come out of there. Caught your arm in there. Move you over a little bit so you don't cover. It's going to cover that word. It's just frustrating, that is. And your leg's tucked in behind, so we'll just come back again. Move over a little bit further. I'm not fabulous at it like some people. Some people just seem to look amazing, their pages, when they're finished. There you go. Oops, I'm as rough as guts. My father was always telling me I had heavy hands. There we go. Right, might find something else to go in there. Let's see what we've got to go down here. No. No. We want some pattern paper. We don't want to cover your shoe, so we'll just lift that up. Put this down here, I think. Hi, Rails. How are you doing today? What's it like over your neck of the woods? Hot or cold? This is painted paper that I received from Melissa from 70 Acres Studio, I do believe. There are just some bits that tend to stick in my mind, but I have a memory like a sieve. I never remember. Oh, that's nice. Still a bit cold here. I might have another bit of that. my granddaughters enjoyed their ball. They had a fabulous time and came away with some lovely mementos. They had an initial done in silver. I'm not quite sure what it is, but and that was hanging off their wine glasses. Of course, no alcohol, but they had mocktails. They had somebody there making mocktails for them, and they got a beautiful piece of stone, polished stone, about inch and a half by inch, with their names in it. And they had a studio, one of those photo booths. They had one of those there for them to play around with and take photos, which they really enjoyed and did. If you watched my latest video that I put up of the latest journal I made for my granddaughter, I did put a couple of photos on the front of it of them without their permission, because I forgot to ask them when I went last night, but they won't mind. They're very obliging girls. All right, that'll do for now. There. Oh, thank you, Janet. You could see how little Bethany was in that photo. Olivia turned 17 yesterday, and Bethany turned 17 in December. And that dress, they bought it from America, a size 2, and they had to have it made smaller. They had to take the whole thing apart and basically re-sew it again smaller. Excuse my voice. A little croakiness going on. Yes. Just do some gluing here. My husband's gone off to do the pig bucket run for the girls. They have a lot of waste with cakes and things like that, cut-offs and stuff. And you can only give so much away, so they give it to the local person for their pigs. So, right. Yes, we had fog this morning too, and it's sunny outside, but the sky is very black. I would say it is going to rain at some stage. Right, put that down there. I spell it like a railway line, I think. I'm a terrible speller. So how do you spell it, Rails? Oh, yes, that's how I spell it. So that's cool. I can't spell for Billy-O. When I want to know how to spell something, I get Google. Just speak into Google and say the word I want, and up it pops. Fabulous if you can't spell. Got lots of bits of patterny stuff that I've had for ages that I think I should use. Make nice backgrounds and they firm the page up. I see you got your camera going okay, Rails. I'm just hunting for some paper over here. Put a bit of page in there, I think. I know. I'm the same. I say to myself, get in there and do a video. And sometimes I think, oh, it's too cold. It's cold up there. It's not really cold, but it's not as warm as in the lounge with the fire. And I don't normally feel the cold, but I'm really feeling it this year. And I think it's because the summer was so hot. The world has gone mad. Found some more cats. It's school holidays here, so all the kids are on holiday. I just went around to visit my oldest daughter because her daughter and grandchildren live with her. And she said, no, they've gone to their dad's for the whole holidays. Well, the first week they're with their nana, and then the second week they are with their father. So Michelle said it's nice, you can have a rest for a change. She says, as much as I love my grandchildren, it's nice to have a break from them in the holidays. Which we all understand. I'll just take that down there, I think. Just take a tiny smidgen off the side. Right, that looks good. We went out to dinner last night for Olivia's birthday. Having a breakaway till Friday, then we go back Friday for Ashley's birthday, and we've already had Olivia's birthday 2 weeks ago, and then we go back again on Saturday because it's my daughter's birthday. So the diet is right out the window this week. I was talking to Michelle and her leg is much better, so we're going to start walking again. She's just waiting for the courier to come to pick up. She bought a brand new bed, and when it was delivered, it was the carton was all smashed in, the vinyl was ripped on the bed, and all of the fittings where you slot the rails and that in were all bent. And so she'd been waiting for them to come and pick it up and bring her a new one. And she's had it like sitting in her hallway for like 2 weeks now. So, but it's due to be picked up today. She's just waiting for the courier to come, and then she will be free. It's terrible when you can't leave your house because you might miss them. But they were kind enough to send her an email to say that he would be here today. So then we will start walking again, and that'll be good because I really need to. I find it very hard to lose weight if I don't walk. Not that I like walking, but I like the results. Hello, Janice. I'm just doing a bit of gluing. I was showing off a haul of some goodies I got. It is not straight. I'll just trim that a little bit. Oh, oh, thank you. I always worry that what I do is boring people because I don't go anywhere much. So I don't have great things to talk about, or I can't say do this because this is how you do it, because basically I don't know how to do it. I just pick things up and keep going till I like it. Having another cat page. I love ginger cats. We had a ginger cat when we were growing up, and he used to follow my mum around like a puppy dog. If she went to visit the neighbours for a coffee, he would go and he would just sit at the back door and wait for her to come out again and follow her home. You would have sworn he was a dog. Just glue this under there so we don't have that blank space. I have to get my nails done again this week. I was talking to my daughter. I said, I think I might get them taken off and just have nail polish put on, just the nail polish, and not have the fake nails, because they are a bit of a struggle, as much as I like the look of them. And she said, don't do it, Mum. I did it, and my nails were terrible. They broke. And I wished I hadn't done it, and it's quite expensive. And to have them done with polish, you save like $5. But your nails break. So I thought, oh, well, maybe I'll just keep them. Go through all the colours of the rainbow. How taxi cats. Excellent. I'll try to train the cat like we do our dogs. Yeah, people say you can't train cats, but we always had dogs as youngsters, and with the kids we always had dogs, and I always treated them the same as a cat, the same as a dog. If they bit or scratched, they got the growling and the little smack with a newspaper on the nose or on the, and they learnt. My cat knows. He quite often gets into a fit and jumps up and bites my husband, but he never bites me anymore because he knows that I won't tolerate it. Cool. I'll just do a little bit of trimming here. Yeah. Right, I'll do a little bit of doctoring here. Right, that little bit of basket there. See if we can just bring it over and cut our little cat out. Oh, he doesn't look like he's got any ears. They look like they're all no, that's not going to work at all. We'll just put our little cat right there, I think. Try these things, but they never work out. But never mind. Our Frankie doesn't like winter very much. He spends all day sleeping on our bed or by the fire. Goes out for a little while in the afternoon, evening, and then he's back again and on our bed to sleep until my husband gets sick of him and locks him out in the lounge. All right. Here I am not putting anything between them. They'll stick. Still haven't found where to buy wax paper, and the baking paper is not the same in my opinion. Right, just move the things around, see what we've got here. It's a giant lollipop. Let's just grab some bits. The white lies. Paddy holly. So what else has been going on? Not a lot. As I say, I don't go many places, especially in the winter time. In the summertime we go out in our caravan, but it's a bit nippy in the winter. Put that there and you there. That's what I'm going to do. Just even that up a bit. And put that down there. That's what I'm going to do. So I really have to get on to doing some embellishments and things, but I just been too busy to trying to get that journal finished to do any organising. I like to do a little bit of prep work first if I'm doing embellishments. But Olivia loved her journal. She was really wrapped with it, so that was cool. Always nice when they like what you give them. It's a peacock. Right. I always think that about your images. I quite like some of the quirky images that you ladies get, but I never seem to get them. I don't actually buy magazines, and I used to get them from our op shops, which you call your charity shops or church shops. But they seem to have stopped dealing in them for some reason, I suppose, because they had so many. So I'm finding it very hard to find new ones. So I guess it's what your eye picks out, isn't it? I'll be having to catch up on my iCads again as well. I haven't done any of for a couple of days, so I'm a couple behind again. I'm always behind, but at least I am getting them done. Last year, I think I did 1 month. The year before that, I only did the 16. So I'm trying, my aim is to try and get all 60 done this time. Who's taking their camera for a walk and doing a vlog? Lost on the chat. Me? I do have a video up where I showed where I walk around our man-made lake somewhere. But me, I really have to concentrate on where I'm walking. I am the most bumble-footed person. I fall over and then I hurt myself. And then my daughter and my sister say, no, you can't go walking. So I really have to concentrate on my feet because I am very bumble-footed. And I have thin bones. I don't have the old lady or whatever you call it, bone disease, but they say I have thin bones, and it's from years of taking steroids because I'm an asthmatic, and I've been an asthmatic since I was 22. I always was a little bit breathless as a kid running around, but never had asthma as such, which runs in our family very strongly. One of my brothers was very critical with it. I got the Hong Kong flu while I was pregnant with my first child. I think I was about 7 months. And then when she was born, I had a relapse. And when I got over that, I put her in the pram to walk to my mum's, who was only like 20 minutes away, if that. But you had to walk up a little hill at the other end of the road. And I did that. And by the time I got to the top, I couldn't breathe. And so Mum had a doctor's appointment. So she said to me, no, you take my appointment. So I went and took her appointment and had the tests and that. And yep, I was diagnosed with asthma. And I was very chronic for a lot of years while my kids were growing up. And I smoked, of course, which was very naughty. And I was overweight from when I fell pregnant and couldn't lose it. And I loved food. So that was another thing. And when we moved down here, I think I must have been 28 maybe. And the doctor told me that if I didn't give up smoking and lose weight, that I could be dead in 5 years. So I immediately went to Weight Watchers because I was getting on then to maybe being 29, and I didn't want to be fat and 30. So I gave up smoking with my husband's help. He was very good. And what else? And went to Weight Watchers and lost weight. And I used to take my medication until I was feeling better, and until I've lost my flowers. Maybe I'll take that off there. This here is an island design. It came on one of the kids' school. It must have been a show they were having. Polyfish show, maybe. I'm going to put that there. Put that down, put that there. And so I took it off there. Yeah, so I lost my weight and I kept it off for quite a lot of years. But of course, you love a food and whatever else you do, you slowly put it back on. So I have lost 10 kilos or 12 kilos, and I'm trying very hard to keep it off, but without walking, it's not doing too good at the moment. But I did lose 200 grams this week. I didn't put on, so that's something. But with all the birthdays this week, I have a feeling that I might put on this week. Yes, I find if I come down here and craft, I don't eat, but I drink a lot of cold coffee. Oh, yes, and that's cold. I put them there. I don't put many men in. It's very hard when you like food, and I have a very sweet tooth. And my husband's a grazer, which makes it hard as well. But he has done fabulous. He has lost something like 16 kilos. And he went down from 92 pence to 75. And he just looks amazing. Just bought him some new jeans yesterday, and his daughters told him he looked really good in them. So he was really happy about that. I wasn't, because I had to take them up because he's short like me. So we always have to take his trousers up. Haven't got anything to put in there. And that's just little bits that just irritate you. Might just, oh no, I won't use that. That's cool. Right, we'll leave that for another time. Yeah, well, it's cold and wet here, and my daughter, Shell, she's our motivation, and I'm her motivation. She gets up because she knows we're waiting for her, and we get up and walk because we know that she's coming, and it works really well. But then she hurt her leg, and so there was no walking while she rested up her leg, which was I think my husband and I walked like 2 times. We decided, yes, no, we're going to walk. We're not going to fall into that trap. But then it started raining, and I won't walk in the rain. And he won't walk in the rain because it's not good for your health to get too cold and wet at our age. And so we haven't done it for, well, it must be a good 6 weeks or so that we haven't walked. So, and my husband's put on 2 kilos and he's not liking that at all. Oh, I think I'll worry about going around the corner. It's just too hard. So yeah, he's not keen to put more weight on, so he's liking being able to go into a shop and buy some clothes and them look nice on him. And he has a respiratory problem, and he's had a heart valve replacement, so he doesn't want to be, starting to get anything untoward's happening to him. He's sick. He says he's sick of being sick. Look at that. Wouldn't that rip your nightie? I always undercut. I like to walk in the mornings. The afternoons, I get tired thinking about it. I think about it all day. Oh, I've got to walk. So I like the summer. I like to be able to get up like 6 o'clock, do our walk, get home, have a shower, have breakfast, and get into your day or whatever you're going to do. But in the afternoons, I think, oh no, I want to go in the craft room. I want to do this. I want to do that. And it doesn't get done. But if I get up in the morning, get it done, it's great. I love it. Well, I don't love it. I actually hate walking, but I like what it does for me. Right. Now, oops, it's more rubbish on the floor. I just dropped a whole container of stuff on the floor. Paper. I think I'm going to put that there. Do you love that butterfly? Maybe I'll put it that way. Like that. Let's see if I can get that stuck around the corner. And I don't think I'm going to, so I'm going to cut it off. Just glue it like that. Put that out of the road. There we go. There was a bit of wallpaper that somebody sent me. What else have I got? Not a lot. Right. Yes, I don't know who sent me that, but they sent me 2 of these. It's so gorgeous. I mean, I get some nice wallpaper, but nothing like this. Nothing that has, stuff that you can pick out as an embellishment. And it's glittery. It doesn't feel it. It's like you can feel it's an overlay, but from that it's raised, but it's smooth. It doesn't come off or anything like that. My hands are disgusting. Baby wipe here. So yeah, I do have some glittery one. The cover of the last journal I did was glittery. As I go to Guthrie Bowrons here in New Zealand, they seem to always have a book or two in their back ready to give away. Right. We have another bit of, find something else, lay out some flowers later and put there. I think I have got some in my folder. I keep this because of the colour. It looks so cool. Oh, I never ride a bike. Oh, I'm dangerous on two legs, two wheels. I'd be diabolical. My husband always saying to me, buy a bike, because he's got a bike. He loves to ride, but me, I just think it's sitting down walking. And I would be so dangerous. I'd fall off and break arms or legs or something terrible. Oh, okay, an exercise bike. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. No, I have had one over the years, and I've had the walker, but unfortunately they don't bring motivation with them. And walking, as I say, my daughter's my motivation, and it seems to work. So we're going to go back to that. Right. What else are we here? Right. No. I need something little. These are all out of art books. I used to treat myself to a magazine every now and then, but we're a very small, well, we're not a small town people-wise compared to some. I think we've got about 15,000 people, but that's surrounding districts as well. But our bookstore shut down. They wanted to sell it and get out, and they couldn't sell it, so they just shut it down, which is really a shame, because there is another sort of bookstore, clothing store, lotto shop all in one, but very expensive, very expensive. Whereas Paper Plus, which is what we had, was reasonable. And I used to get magazines from there, but as we don't have one anymore, that avenue is gone as well. Oh, like that. I got all these sort of things out of a National Geographic. Okay. But I'm just about out of those. My daughter shifted into a house that had a whole pile of books in the garage, and the man was coming to pick them up. So I very politely helped myself to a few. There were so many there, I was convinced he wouldn't notice them gone. So, but I don't have many left now. I think about doing exercises to some online thing, but as I say, they don't actually bring the motivation with them, and I have to say, I am basically a lazy person. I admit this. I know my faults. I'll just give this a trim off. Oops. All right. How are we going? Oops, got paper stuck everywhere. Need that. What have we got here? I think our kids are all waiting for the Lion King to come out. No, they don't go there. Who's he? Oh, that's pretty. Oh. What do we have here? Oh, it's pretty, pretty, pretty. Yeah, it's pretty. I might save that. It's too nice. That's just too nice. Just trim here off a bit. Hi, Justin. We're just doing a little bit of grab and glue. Nothing fantastic. Just a bit of relaxation and catching up with friends is how I like to think of it. Yeah. Oh, I'm liking that. That's very colourful. Just going backwards on the camera, it really confuses me. My husband tells me I'm easily confused. Yes, I'm in New Zealand, and it is 3:10 on Tuesday afternoon. Oh, thank you. I like to be try to be a little bit different. And yeah, this is just about filled up. No, I have another one of these somewhere that I thought I'd have in there. But I've lost it, so it will have to wait for another day. I love doing beads, but my hands they don't like the little tiny work anymore. I try, but I find it very frustrating, and my old eyes don't like it much either. Right, now I thought I might put one of this down on the lower bit. That's going to come off there a bit. I do a bit of everything. I do mixed media, embellishments, journals, junk journals, mainly junk journals. I love making used envelope journals. I really like doing those. Got a couple all ready to put together, and I just got to make covers for. But I run out of room to put them is what happens. Put a bit of paint on that one. We're just going to use our finger and just smush a bit of paint around here. Back in my second childhood again. I'm about that age that they consider you're in your second childhood. Right. How old is your son, Rails? Yeah. 12. Oh, you're only young. You're only a youngie. My eldest great-grandchild is 7. Oh, thank you. To tell you the truth, up until 4 years ago, or 7 years ago, my husband retired ill, sick from work. And for the next couple of years, he was in and out of hospital quite a lot. And my daughter said to me, Mum, you need a hobby. You need some time just to relax. Oh, okay. My youngest daughter is 43 coming up on Saturday. That I needed a hobby. So I said, I can't do anything. I'm not crafty or talented in any way. And she said, go and look on YouTube. And so that's what I did. I went and looked on YouTube, and first of all, I was going to paint glasses. I thought, oh, maybe I can just put some paint on wine glasses, because I'd bought Christmas ones for me and the girls. And so I went looking at that, but I didn't know where to buy paint that you could put in the oven like they have in America and that, because we don't have it anywhere here where I shop. And so I went and did that. Went and had a look and just get a bit of water on there to see if I could find anything. No, so I went on looking and I came across Kelly Donovan, and I'm sure you all know Kelly Donovan with her mixed media, and she was just stamping and painting and gluing, and I thought, oh, I can do that. I'm sure I can do that. So that's how I started. And I love it. And I like doing different things because I get quite bored. I'm easily bored. I think, oh, I've done that. I did used to do scrapbooking for years, but then I got bored with it. Then I made cards, but my sister lives with me and she's the card maker now. She likes doing that. So she does all the birthday cards and whatever's going on. Oh, that's not good having your phone at 8%. Right. Let's wipe my hands. Right. I'll just leave that page to dry and find some birds or things to go on it later. Keep on picking those up, but I don't like them. I don't want them. See what I've got in here. I pulled these all out of a National Geographic. And they're so cool. I think they're awesome. So I think I might just put some paper down. Grab a bit of paper that I can put underneath them. So real messy bit of paper here. What's on the other side? Oh, I like that side a bit better. Bye, Justin. Oh, where are we going? Well, I'm going to glue that down there. Night, Janice. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. It's been awesome. All right. I think this might be my last page too, ladies. What am I? Oh, I've been on an hour and a half. My husband will wonder where on earth I am. Mind you, he was not home when I came in here, or he was going out. So, thank you, Susan. Enjoy your walk. Or should I say Suzanne? Oh, I never let my phone get down that low. Right. You need to do some more work in your new journal. I like that new journal of yours made out of flyers. Very cool. Yeah. I'm going to try that transfer that you were doing. I've done it on wood with photos that I've printed off, and I had limited success, but I think I'm going to try it with paper. I think it might be quite cool. Do you just glue it on and then leave it overnight to dry before you... I love doing art prompts. They give you that idea of something to do before you... Yeah, we can squash you some in like that. Do that. Just trim that down a bit. Oh, you didn't leave it that long. Oh, okay. Can you dry it with your heat gun? Right, I'm happy with that. Glue that down. It makes the Mod... when I did it last time, I didn't use Mod Podge. I just used white glue, and I found that was every bit as good as the Mod Podge. Mod Podge is too expensive just to use for everything, so I just use the white glue mainly. It's cheaper, and I just do 3/4 white glue with a quarter of water. I like the idea of using the gesso. I thought that might be rather cool. That I quite like putting gesso down, and while it's wet, smearing the paint through it. I quite like that, doing that too. Cool. What else do we got here? Oh, stand up for yourself. Doesn't make any sense, but I'm going to put it there anyway. Oops. Rough as guts, me. There we are. Yeah, I like the idea of that that gesso. I think that might be quite cool, so I might try that. So, well, I think that's about it for today, ladies. I will look into seeing how I can send that trim around the place and how much it will cost, if anybody is interested, and see what we can do. So I did that page. This here I might find some more birds to go on there. Yeah, do a tutorial on it. That would be really cool. I learn better if I look. And we did this colourful page, which I'm quite happy with. Makes me smile. And I put the butterfly down. I'll find some flowers to go around that, I think. Oh, thank you, Patricia. And this page. I'll put something in there later. And another cat page. I keep on saying I'm going to do a cat journal, but I don't really know. No, I'll put that up there. I don't know if I'm in this page, and I think that's about all I did. Pretty sure that's all I did today. So thank you so much for hanging with me today, ladies. I really appreciate it. As I say, I don't really do much. I'll just take a photo and I will show you what my floor looks like. If I can find the camera on my whoops. Right, let me see if I can find it. I'll just go to my gallery. And that is what my floor looks like, if you can see it, ladies. It is just covered in junk, and I have to get through that to get out. Can I post? Are you talking to me, Patricia? Oh, I know, it's terrible. Now I have to go and tidy it all up and figure out how I can send it to people. And I've got such a mess on my desk here, I don't even know where my mouse is. So, thank you so much for coming, ladies, and spending time with me. You don't know how much I appreciate it. It gives me such a boost and confidence to keep on doing it. Bye all. Good night, ladies, and good afternoon, and have a great evening or day. Thank you so much. You're all wonderful people.